Welcome back for part two of Rick and Robin's story. I know I'm waiting to hear, Rick, what happened? What happened to you? How did you find freedom? And then if you would just tell us about this ministry, Total Freedom Manitoba, that you're now involved in.
Well, I appreciate that. Again, it was such a great thing for me to be able to send Robin to Florida. Now, that may sound funny, but once I got to the point to where I knew she was getting help, I knew that I needed help.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing that we all have to have is the realization that we need help. And finally finding out that God was the only one that was going to do that. I would talk to her on the phone and she'd say, I love you. And I could see the change in her, but I didn't really care about that. But what I finally ended up knowing was that I saw the change in her, what God was doing in her. So I wanted that same thing. And that's what we want for the people that come here. I went through the process, I went through the program, and had the same deliverance as she did. And it allowed me to see exactly how miraculous God can be in moving in our life. And
so tell us about Total Freedom Manitoba, because you're co-directing now. Isn't that just a miracle story in itself? But tell us what that ministry is about.
It's a 9-month inpatient discipleship program. We don't like to use the word patients because they're not. They're disciples. And when they come here, they learn through a 9-month program to begin with, and then the extension of the 12-month program, which allows them to go back to their church or find a good home church to be able to work through getting back involved in their day-to-day life. It gives them the opportunity to do that. And we found that 90% of the people that go through that 21-month part of the process, they stay free for the rest of their life. And as I said in John 8:32, it's on our shirt that Jesus said, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And so that's what we try to do here. We give them the opportunity to have a lifestyle change. We're not a secular rehab. We're not a drug and alcohol rehabilitation center or anything like that. We ask them to commit to a lifestyle change, and that lifestyle is led by Jesus Christ. And we're not a 12-step program, we're a 1-step program, and Jesus is the 1 step.
I love that. That's so good. Well, both of you have mentioned the importance of deliverance as part of the healing process and what you've seen as a result of that. Robin, would you tell us, why is deliverance so important? What'd that look like?
Sure. You can't fight what you can't see. And it's a spiritual battle. And going through it myself, I realized that everyone needs deliverance. We all sin and fall short of the glory of God daily. Now, some of us have addictions or issues, and it wasn't until I received a complete healing that the deliverance was going to work. I had gone through deliverance 3 or 4 times, and I was free in some areas, but not all of them. And I still struggled with the desire to drown my sorrows in alcohol. But it wasn't until I experienced that true healing in my life that the deliverance that I went through was able to work and maintain in my life. And now I walk in freedom.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to teach others.
Well, I just love that because God loves to heal all of us. Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And it's not just deliverance isn't, the golden bullet once you're delivered of the demonic that everything's okay. You're left with yourself, right? And God loves to continue this journey of healing. Well, there's some practical parts of your program. It's called a work. Rick, tell us why working is an important part of your program.
Well, when people come into the process, it's really nice that they get the opportunity to go through the curriculum in the morning and everything like that. But sometimes they've got away from that work process of their life to being able to fulfill it with doing something that is accomplishment based. Now, God doesn't say that we're saved by our works, but it's good to work. And here we have 80 acres of land that we have to work on. So we do yard work, we do garden work, we do all those kind of things. And it allows them to see that there's more to life than just where the next drug is coming from or anything like that. There's an accomplishment that comes along with that. And then along with that, after the 9 months is over with, they need to look to know that they have something that they can lean on. They can go out and do work, and since they're already set free, they have the ability to do that, and that God is guiding them on their day-to-day walk, even in their work time.
I love that. That's so good. Well, we have a few seconds left here, Robin. How do men, because it's specific to men now, your ministry, get into this program?
We have a website, www.totalfreedommanitoba.com. There is an application on there. They fill out the application. We do a telephone interview with them and determine if this would be a good fit for them. One thing we didn't mention is we want this to be a house of love. It's a family setting. We have all our meals together. It's a regular home environment, and we just want to love on those people that are hurting and give them hope.
Well, that's beautiful because love heals. And thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for sharing your story. And if you want more about Total Freedom Ministries, go to 700club.ca. All the links are there, all the info's there. Thank you so much, Rick and Robin. God bless you and your ministry.
And we would like to thank Glory to Glory Ministries, Mike and Bridget Blair, for giving us the opportunity to come to Canada and do this.
Beautiful.